Hey everybody, and welcome to another Stukent Expert session. Today we have the privilege of hearing from Anna Semyonova. Anna works for the Instagram marketing smart tool company Combine. Today, Anna will be going over how to skyrocket your engagement rates on Instagram in part 4 of this 8-part masterclass. We are so grateful to have you here with us today, Anna. Take it away.
This masterclass is sponsored by Combine. Grow and flourish on Instagram with Combine Growth and Combine Shaler. You can learn more on combine.com. Hello there and welcome to the best Instagram and the biggest Instagram course out there, unit number 4. I'm so excited being presenting this part of the masterclass because engagement is my favorite part of any Instagram activities. This time is a hard time for everybody because of the changes in the Instagram algorithm, because of coronavirus, lockdown, and I thought it would be a great idea to remind you once again on the most important thing for Instagram accounts, it's engagement rate. So today, struggling with all these shadow and temporary bans, unclear situation on Instagram changes, it is still important to take care of what will matter anyway: great engaging content and engagement rates. Measuring Instagram engagement rates for business-related decisions in influencer marketing, content creation, algorithm optimization, and advertising is crucial. But how exactly should we measure it and why is it so important? Let's break it down together. Engagement is the most important metric on Instagram because it tells you how strongly an audience cares about the content, and that's how you make money actually. So when building a business on Instagram, everything you should be focused on is first, maximizing the number of people who look at your content, and second, maximizing the number of people who care enough about it to take the action whenever you ask them to do so. So tap, click, buy, comment, share, think, etc. You can buy or hack your way to millions of people looking at your content, but if none or a very low percentage of them care enough about it to engage with, then how you can expect them to make the even more involved step of visiting your website or buying your products or donating to a charity or being interested in products you promote? You can't and you shouldn't. Being able to create content that generates real engagement is the first necessary step to driving traffic and creating monetary value on Instagram. That is why highly engaged influencers on Instagram are getting larger paying contracts versus content creators who only have a large follower number but not high engagement. All things equal, out of 2 Instagram content creators with the same amount of followers, the one with the higher engagement will drive better results because a larger percent of their audience takes action when viewing their content. That's why you want to have the highest engagement possible on your account or pay to be tagged by influencers who do if you intend to make money on Instagram. So here is how you measure engagement properly. First of all, calculate the average number of likes in posts 4 through 10. To measure engagement properly, you want to know an account's current engagement, not its historic one. That's why you calculate the average number of likes on an account's post from 4th to 10. These are the posts that generally give you the best indication of its current engagement during the past week or 2. To calculate, you add the number of likes in posts 4 through 10 and divide that number by 7. Then, you need to divide the average number of likes on posts 4 through 10 by the total number of followers. So once you have the average number of likes in posts 4 to 10, you divide that number by the total number of followers of the account, and then you get the engagement rate. By doing this, you are technically measuring the average number of followers who cared enough about the account's content over the past couple of weeks to take action and like their posts. The higher the engagement, the larger the percentage of their audience cares enough about the content to take action, and the higher the likelihood that they are willing to click, follow, or buy something tagged in that post. That brings you higher value. Here is a small guide to understanding what is good and bad engagement on Instagram. I wouldn't expect any significant value driven from Instagram accounts with 12% or less engagement. Knowing this, if you are paying an influencer to promote your brand, product, account, I would recommend you work with someone who has at least 12% engagement. They are much harder to find, but they are in the top 1% of most highly engaged accounts on Instagram, and they are most likely to give you the highest return per dollar spent. In the same line, if you're a content creator, you should aim to have at least 12% engagement and over 15,000 followers to be able to charge top dollar now and in the future. With the amount of content competition on Instagram, accounts in this tier are the most likely to be able to be long-term high valuable businesses. Last but not least, if you are calculating engagement rates to make decisions regarding influencer marketing or potential partnerships, it's important that you make sure that the numbers you are measuring are not artificially manipulated. To do that, first, check their comments to see if they seem to have a high percentage of pod-related or Instagram bot-like accounts leaving inauthentic comments like good posts, great shot, and so on. You can also use the only reliable Instagram audit service called InstaCheck, so you can find more on comment.com in order to get full analysis of particular Instagram account and your own and the influencer you're planning to work with. So now you know how engagement rate is calculated, but the thing is that Instagram started hiding likes. Hiding likes makes it harder to gauge what content performs best, and while you can see how many likes your posts get, your followers can't, so there is no bias in getting a double tap on the post just because it looks like popular content. Today, brands need to look further into their performance metrics and track comments, saves, Instagram story views, shares, and even direct messages to understand how their content performed. So with the shift in how we measure engagement, it's only natural that we change how we try to improve engagement on our feeds. It's not just about likes anymore. Instagram engagement is going to become a more holistic thing. Lucky you to be here watching the 4th unit of this masterclass, because the next thing I'm going to do is to show you best proven strategic tips to boosting engagement on your posts, videos, and stories. But before that, I need you to understand one peculiarity of Instagram algorithm that will help you understand why these strategies that I'm going to tell you about are the ones you really need to implement. Everyone is concerned about the algorithm and doesn't understand how it works, so I'm quickly going to break it down for you. Instagram's number one goal is to keep people on the app for as long as possible. The longer you are on the app, the more advertisements can be served to you and the more money Instagram can make. So with that in mind, the algorithm favors anything that keeps users online for longer. Meaning, if we post videos, long captions, and carousel posts, each individual user will stay in our feed longer than if you had just simply posted a singular photo with one line caption. So by doing this, you tell Instagram, hey, my content is here and is helping you reach your ultimate goal and earn more money. And Instagram will reward you for that. So consider this moving forward. Now, without any further ado, let's dive into ways to skyrocket your Instagram engagement. As I mentioned, how we measure Instagram engagement is going to change since likes are now hidden on posts. Now, Instagram comments and saves are more important than ever, so the best way to improve your engagement for this year is to create more content that encourages your audience to tap that save button. Savable content is anything you know your audience will want to read back again at a later time. For example, Girlboss shared this post on Latina Equal Pay Day hashtag to encourage and empower their audience to support the cause. By including a checklist design, Girlboss has created a resource that their followers can refer back to when they want to act on the tips. Similarly, travel accounts are seeing success from creating mini blog style posts using carousel posts to share more info about their destination. So if you're trying to think of savable content for your feed, think about what's important to your audience and why they will find value in it. This can be anything from an infographic to funny memes or quotes that you know will resonate. Small tip for you: add a call to action to save your post in your caption. With a prompt, your audience might be reminded to use the feature. Instagram engagement tip number 2 is to start conversations with Instagram story stickers. 500 million Instagram accounts use Instagram stories every day, and experts are expecting to see that number rise. Because of this, Instagram has been innovating by finding new ways for brands to engage with their followers in the form of different engagement stickers for stories. Instagram story stickers are a great way to encourage your followers to chat and share their opinions and experiences with you, which in turn will help create a loyal following that feels connected to your brand. So here are a few ways you can get started with stickers to increase Instagram engagement. The first one is the question sticker. Nothing sparks conversation more than a good Ask Me Anything on Instagram stories. And while influencers have been known to use the Instagram stories question sticker to help their followers get to know them more, there is no reason why you cannot do the same for your business. It's a great opportunity for your followers to get to know your brand better or get more information about your products. On the flip side, it's a great place for you to ask your followers some questions. You could spark a conversation about your next season's color palette or what product lines they'd like to see more of. Moreover, you can collect the questions first and after that answer them live. It's engagement, conversation, and customer feedback all wrapped up in one great thing. Then, the quiz sticker. This interactive Instagram quiz sticker lets you share multiple choice questions with your followers and then track the results. When one of your followers votes, they will be able to see whether they got it right, and you'll be able to see how many votes each option received and how each person voted. The countdown sticker. If you want to pique the interest of your followers and get more traction with your events and sales, the countdown sticker on Instagram stories is perfect for your posts. So when you share a story about an upcoming something like an in-store sale, product launch, or event, you can add a countdown sticker that counts down to a date and time that you set. Your followers can then subscribe to your countdown event, which will send them a reminder when the time is up and your countdown is complete. This is a great strategy for engaging with your Instagram followers and getting your audience to opt in to exciting special events or promotions. Instagram stories have released a ton of new features that can be used to your full advantage to boost your engagement and build a stronger community for your brand. Moreover, all of them are free and available for everyone, so start using them ASAP. Some of the best content plans on Instagram come from experimentation. Testing out new forms of content can feel daunting on Instagram, especially if you feel like you're onto a good thing and seeing good engagement on your current content strategy. But trust me, trial, error, and content experiments are key to being ahead of the curve and having a stronger strategy. If you are not sure where to start, here is a couple of ideas you can try out this month. So you can try new content types, memes, quotes, user-generated content, mini infographics, or even a selfie-style video could be great on your grid or stories. You can also experiment with video length on Instagram stories and Instagram TV, or try out different Instagram story filters and see if they improve your engagement. Most important thing, do not forget to regularly check in on your analytics and measure how these performed. Tip number 4, add an element of fun. Instagram content takes time, effort, and planning to get right, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little fun with it. We're seeing more and more brands add elements of humor and pop culture references to their posts by adding memes or trending topics to their content. Of course, you need to honor your brand's overall theme and tone. If memes do not fit with your Instagram aesthetics, then it's better to leave them out of your strategy and not compromise on your look and feel. But if you can include some fun moments into your strategy, get ready to see some real returns in your comments, shares, and likes. Did you know that you can repost a feed post to your Instagram stories? It's a handy feature from Instagram that allows your audience to share your content with their followers, which in turn will help you reach even more people without you having to lift a finger. The key is making content you know your audience will want to repost. Similar to creating savable content, shareable content needs to be highly related to what your audience likes and needs. Think about infographics and never-before-seen data that could shock or spark intrigue, or it can be relatable quotes or fun memes. Plus, now you can track and measure how many times your grid post has been shared to stories, making it even easier to track and measure what content is performing the best. Instagram engagement tip number 6 is that you should open up about your brand and business. The world is seeing tons of brands and businesses getting on board and showing a more honest, real, and vulnerable side to their brand and business and getting huge engagement returns from it. A high level of authenticity can go a long way in building a stronger connection to your audience. When you can showcase the good with the bad, the struggles along with the wins, your brand will be more relatable to your audience. Brand and businesses are taking to Instagram stories to share more about their company mission, their struggles, open positions, and more background info to why they do what they do. Take, for example, Everlane's Transparency Tuesday post on Instagram stories. The team is there each week to answer your questions about the brand, products, and the future of sustainable fashion. And it's important to remember that in this case, presence trumps perfection. Lots of big accounts are relaxing their aesthetics to deliver a more authentic and in-the-moment post for their audience. This year, you will start to see more business leaders and founders take to Instagram stories to share their inner workings of the company, hosting live Q&As, or just popping in to say hi. So now is the time to jump on the bandwagon and start sharing more with your followers to increase your Instagram engagement. Tip number 7 is exactly about the thing I told you at the beginning of this video. One of the factors that affects how your Instagram post performs is time spent on post. So one of the easiest ways of improving your Instagram engagement is simply writing longer captions. Here is the repost from Influencers Marketing Platform 4 that will help you crunch the numbers and determine how much caption length impacted engagement. According to 4, the average caption length has more than doubled since 2016, and those with longer captions got the most engagement. And by the end of 2020, our feeds will be filled with an average caption length of 405 characters, which averages out to be 65 to 70 words. Not sure what that looks like? Check out how Nix has nailed the perfect caption length with the help of a strong call to action to watch their stories and a nod to a cute cultural moment that their target audience would love. Now, I'm not saying that every caption has to be thousands of words long, but even writing a full sentence instead of just a few emojis could help you increase your Instagram engagement. One of the best ways to skyrocket your engagement is to share data that your audience will love. Posting personalized and data-driven content is a big trend for 2020, and I think it will really help drive engagement. Ready to try out the trend? Start by looking at your own data. For example, if you are an online retailer, can you see when people like to shop the most? What made the biggest sale of the month? What percentage of your audience voted for a new product? From this data, are you able to build a story about it to share with your audience, or is there one key stat you know your audience will love? While producing data-driven content does take some extra time and preparation to execute, it's well worth the effort when you see your engagement rates rise. Tip number 9 is about video content creation. By incorporating more video content into your content plans, you are almost guaranteed to get more engagement across your profiles. Creating video doesn't need to feel daunting. In fact, video content can be really easily produced and for Instagram stories and for Instagram TV and your grid. Even the humble boomerang can be really useful for creating a video post for your feed. By the way, Instagram TV is a perfect way to skyrocket your Instagram engagement. We will speak about this more in unit number 7. Stay tuned. The last tip for today is about Instagram stories. Did you know that you can be really limiting your Instagram engagement by posting at the wrong time or just not regularly enough? To get around this, spend some time monitoring and tracking your Instagram analytics to learn when the best time to post is for your audience. Start by checking your Instagram insights by tapping the bar chart icon in the top right corner of your profile page. Anyone with an Instagram business account will have access to their profile's analytics. Under the Audience tab, you will find a whole host of information about your followers, including when your audience is most active on Instagram, broken down by day and by hour. If you're currently struggling with coming up with ideas of what to post on Instagram stories, or you don't have a lot of time to commit to stories, a good tip is to post the stories at the same time each day. This way, if you were to schedule 3 to 5 stories for every day at noon, that would ensure that you always had active Instagram stories running for your followers to engage with. In order to make posting Instagram stories even more easier, use Combine Scheduler. You can learn more on Combine.com. There is no denying that Instagram is a competitive place, but there are still tons of ways that you can creatively increase your Instagram engagement. In unit number 7, bonus extras, I will be talking a lot about how to boost up your Insta Stories marketing and give you a few ideas on how to use Instagram TV, and will also show you ways to drive engagement from there. Don't miss out. So next time you are planning and strategizing your Instagram content, try to incorporate these tips and see how your audience responds. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.